what you think, what you telling your friends when you were talking about me. It's cool, you can say what you want to. I don't give a fuck what you think.
The Roswell Incident, New Mexico, USA, 1947. In the summer of 1947, the quiet town of Roswell was rocked by an event that would spark one of the most infamous UFO conspiracy theories of all time. It started with a mysterious crash on a local ranch. The military's initial statement identified the wreckage as a flying disc, only to retract it hours later and claim it was a weather balloon. But the truth, or what remained of it, had already been buried. Locals whispered of alien bodies recovered from the crash site, their gray, lifeless forms laying in makeshift military tents. In the days that followed, rumors circulated of extraterrestrial technology being transported under heavy guard, and eyewitnesses swore they saw strange lights and unmarked vehicles around the crash site. Soon after, military personnel began to vanish without a trace, while others, who dared to speak out, were met with threats, intimidation, and death. To this day, Roswell remains an enigma, the haunting memory of those events lingering in the dusty desert air. Was it a cover-up? Or something much darker? Rendlesham Forest, Suffolk, England, 1980. Rendlesham Forest is known for its tranquility, but in late December 1980, it became a place of terror. For several nights, U.S. Air Force personnel stationed at RAF Woodbridge saw strange lights darting through the trees. So close that they could feel the air hum with an unnatural energy. On the second night, a group of soldiers ventured into the woods to investigate, discovering a triangular metallic object hovering just above the ground. As they approached, the object shot straight up into the sky, faster than anything they had ever seen. But what truly terrified them was what happened next. Ghostly lights danced among the trees, as if the very forest itself had come alive. Some soldiers began to experience visions, seeing shadowy figures and hearing voices calling to them in the stillness. The next morning, burn marks were found on the ground where the UFO had hovered. Despite numerous military reports, the British government denied any official investigation. But the whispers of that night remain, and those who were there still say that what they witnessed was beyond human comprehension. Something alien, something powerful, and something not from this world. The Phoenix Lights, Arizona, USA, 1997. On the evening of March 13, 1997, the skies above Phoenix became the stage for one of the most widely seen UFO sightings in history. Over 20,000 people across Arizona watched in stunned silence as a massive V-shaped formation of lights silently moved across the sky. The lights were so bright that they illuminated the desert floor beneath them. No sound accompanied the spectacle, just an overwhelming sense of dread as the formation passed overhead. At first, the U.S. Air Force claimed the lights were flares dropped during a military training exercise. But as more witnesses came forward, many of them former military personnel. The official story began to unravel. Unexplained phenomena followed: strange electromagnetic disturbances, a sudden drop in temperature, and eerie flashes of light. The most disturbing detail? Multiple eyewitnesses reported seeing a massive craft, not just lights. It was too big to be an airplane, too fast to be anything man-made. Some say the lights were just the beginning of something far more terrifying. An alien invasion that started that night, and never truly ended. The Varginha incident, Brazil, 1996. In 1996, the quiet Brazilian town of Varginha was thrust into the global spotlight when reports surfaced of alien encounters so terrifying that the government had to intervene. It began when 3 young women claimed to have seen a strange creature with large red eyes and a humanoid shape wandering through the city. The creature seemed to glide rather than walk, and it had a horrifyingly unnatural presence. As the story spread, more bizarre details emerged. Local authorities had allegedly captured the creature, and military personnel were seen hastily transporting it away. But the nightmare didn't end there. People who came into contact with the creature or its remains reported severe illness, including skin burns, hallucinations, and even death. Investigators who visited the area to search for evidence were allegedly threatened by military personnel, warning them to stay away. To this day, the Varginha incident remains one of the most puzzling and chilling extraterrestrial encounters ever documented. No one knows where the creature came from, or what it really was, but those who lived through it know the terrifying truth. Varginha was never the same again. The Westall UFO, Victoria, Australia, 1966. On the morning of April 6, 1966, over 200 students and teachers from Westall School in Melbourne witnessed something that would haunt them for the rest of their lives: a flying saucer. As they stood outside, they saw a metallic disc hovering silently in the sky, performing maneuvers that no plane could ever manage. Some of the students rushed to get closer, while others watched in disbelief as the object suddenly shot off at an incredible speed, vanishing into the horizon. The strange object wasn't just seen by the schoolchildren. It was also observed by several local residents, police officers, and even a pilot flying nearby. Yet, when the witnesses tried to report what they had seen, they were met with official silence. The Australian government and military refused to comment, and soon after, official records of the event mysteriously disappeared. For years, the witnesses were forced to keep quiet about what they saw. But now, decades later, the stories are surfacing again. Many of the original witnesses claim that what they saw wasn't of this earth, and the eerie feeling of being watched still lingers in the air around Westall to this day. The question remains: what did they encounter in the sky that fateful morning? And why are they still haunted by it?